A man sits down at a blackjack table on a Tuesday night. He doesn't look like anything. No sunglasses, no hoodie, no dramatic stare. He plays for about 40 minutes, and he wins a little more than he should. Nobody taps him on the shoulder. Nobody watches his hands. But 3 floors up, in a room he will never see, a number on a screen has already moved, and a man with a headset is now watching him. Because this is the part people get wrong about casino security. They are not sitting there trying to see your cards. They're watching the math. And when the math stops behaving, the humans start moving. Let's start with the obvious layer. A big casino runs thousands of cameras. Every table, every machine, every door, recording all the time. From angles that cover each other so there's no blind spot at the felt. That's the famous eye in the sky. And it's real. But here's what it's actually for. It is almost never the thing that finds a cheater. It's the thing that proves one, after something else raised the flag. Think about the scale for a second. Nobody can meaningfully watch 1,000 live feeds at once. Cameras are evidence. They're not detection. So what is detection? Remember what a casino actually sells. A tiny mathematical edge, repeated millions of times. That edge is the entire business, which means the casino knows very precisely what you are supposed to lose. Every table game has an expected result. Given how much you bet, how fast you play, and which game you're at, the house can calculate what it should win off you. The same way an insurance company knows what 1,000 drivers will cost it. So the pit tracks it, how much you're betting, how long you've been sitting, how the game is running, and the system compares reality to expectation. One lucky night means nothing. Luck is loud, and it happens constantly. But a player whose results keep drifting away from the math, session after session, is not lucky. He is doing something the model doesn't know about. And there's a second signal that's even louder. The pattern of your bets. A normal player bets roughly the same whether the shoe is hot or cold, because a normal player has no idea. A card counter's bet size moves with the count. Small, 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 then suddenly big. That shape is very hard to hide. You can wear whatever you want and say nothing at all. Your chips still tell the story. Which brings up the thing everyone assumes and gets wrong. In the United States, counting cards is not a crime. You're not touching the equipment, you're not using a device, you're just thinking. You're allowed to think. But a casino is private property. So historically the answer was simple. You're very good at this, please leave. In New Jersey, it's different. A court decision back in 1982 said Atlantic City casinos can't just throw counters out. So instead they changed the game around you. Continuous shuffling machines that reset the deck constantly. Cutting the shoe earlier so the good part never arrives. Lowering your table limits until the advantage isn't worth the hours. That's the elegant part. They don't have to beat the counter. They just have to make the edge too small to be worth his time. Now, real cheating, devices, collusion, touching the equipment, is a different world. In Nevada, that's a felony, not a house rule. And that's where all the technology comes in. High-value chips carry tiny radio tags, so the house can tell a real chip from a fake one, and can spot a bet that quietly grew after the cards were dealt. Faces get run against shared databases that the whole industry contributes to. Nevada even keeps an official exclusion list, a black book, for people who are barred from every licensed casino in the state. And the great stories are almost all about beating the math, not the cameras. London, 2004. A team used a laser scanner hidden in a phone to time the roulette ball and predict which section of the wheel it would land in. They walked out with over £1 million, and because the law at the time didn't clearly cover it, they kept it. Then there's edge sorting. A famous poker player noticed that one brand of playing card had a pattern on the back that wasn't perfectly symmetrical, meaning some cards could be told apart while face down. He won millions at 2 different casinos. This time, the courts disagreed with him, and he lost it all. And the strangest one, a crew that reverse-engineered the random number generator inside older slot machines. They'd film the reels with a phone, send the video to an office overseas, and get a signal back telling them exactly when to hit the button. The machines weren't broken. They were just predictable. So how do casinos catch cheaters? They don't stare at your hands. They know exactly what you're supposed to lose. They watch for results and betting patterns that don't fit, and only then do they roll the tape. Quick recap. 1. Cameras are evidence. Math is detection. 2. Your bet sizing gives you away, not your face. 3. Counting isn't illegal. They just change the game until it's worthless. 4. The real cases are people who found a crack in the math, and the house defends that math like its life depends on it, because it does.